Greetings, my fellow intellectuals and bookworms. Today we'll have a very different unscheduled video. Don't worry though, I'll be making more of my usual book reviews later in the week, Friday and over the weekend. First of all, some introduction. And then, of course, I'm gonna eventually rant, but not there yet. So, we're gonna do one of my SHTF or shit hits the fan scenario type videos for survival preparedness, also known as prepping. So consider this a response to Canadian preppers video on the American prepper imitating different scenarios or different types of prepper stereotypes. They did forget this type of guy. I call him the gearhead stereotype. He's the kind of guy who owns $100,000 of survival equipment that he doesn't fucking know how to use. He's your middle class person, maybe even upper middle class. He's like your accountant whose name is like Bob or a mom, or the wife of Bob whose name is like fucking Judy, or any sort of generic white girl, woman, or man names. And they don't know how to use it, and they also like bragging about it. So, I'll give you an imitation. Hey, what's up? What's up, Bob, my accountant? And he's like, hi, I'm Bob, the accountant. If there's a power outage, I'm completely prepared because I have a $5,000 generator. There's no way anyone's gonna steal this. I'm totally prepared in case someone breaks into my house. I dare you to break into my house because I have a $5,000 sniper rifle with a fucking scope with so many complicated parts. It's so awesome. I'll totally be fine, shit hits the fan. I have a fucking satellite phone. So what if the fucking satellites are falling down? It'll be perfectly fine. Now a rant. Recently bought some new equipment in terms of survival, and my parents complained. Basically, I'm an 18-year-old and I could do what I want, but basically what they're saying is they didn't trust me. They're like, oh, Sean, you still have a temper, like I'm gonna hurt someone. And just because I'm depressed and actually, I didn't suffer a mental breakdown. I just had so much stress that it was near impossible to function. But they assume that I'm either going to hurt myself or others. And I can come up with logical reasons in terms of an actual disaster why I should own one. And they should actually be thankful that I stopped at this. I bought myself a machete, which is a cool badass type weapon that's used frequently for hacking through the jungle. I actually thought about getting an old-fashioned battle axe or a sword, but I ultimately settled on a machete. And my mom's like, you gotta keep that shit in the garage. It's not, you're gonna hurt yourself or something. And I'm like, I'm not keeping it in the fucking garage. Besides, you don't trust me. Eventually, my mom said, after I agreed to do some homework in exchange, she agreed on my concept of strategic ambiguity, plausible deniability, like Israel with its nuclear bomb, with its nuclear weapons and what have you. So I would neither tell mom when I got it or if I had it. So now that mom has agreed, I only have to be worried about dad. But I'm going to keep this weapon with my guard it. So it turns out that you can actually order a very deadly weapon off of Amazon and have it shipped to your fucking house. Who the fuck would have thought that you could actually order a weapon off Amazon and get it shipped through UPS? Now, granted, it's not a firearm, but that's probably a good thing. I would be even more concerned if I found out that I could buy a firearm off Amazon with absolutely no age checks in terms of age and stuff. Although, yes, I know there's an online market price where you can literally get a firearm with no questions asked, with no age checks. But I'm kind of glad that it's not Amazon doing that, if you know what I mean. So without further ado, here's a machete. It's called a Machasha machete. comes with this harness type thing so that you don't accidentally cut yourself when you're not using it. My main reasons for having it are in case of an earthquake. Let's say the door fell down or the ceiling fell down and I had to chop my way out. Fire, what if I'm trapped? All of those are good reasons, but my parents are like, no. I figure if I need to in an apocalypse, I could use this to seriously hurt or worse someone. But of course, I'm not going to use it to hurt someone unless I absolutely have to. I also feel like even when I don't have this around, it'll give me a sense of self-confidence so that I won't be hesitant to fight when there's absolutely no other way. So here we go. Nice handle, as you can see. As you can see, looks like a nice, sharp, deadly blade. I didn't even check to see if this weapon is technically legal in California. My main reasoning behind that is I don't think California, with absolutely like no lush jungle, would have thought of banning something like this, because I don't think they'd ever think that most people would even have one. Yes, I know that my state is very strict on gun laws and other weapons control laws, and I kind of agree with their point of view on that, because I think that weapons are too easy to get for someone who wants to commit mass murder. But at the same time, in an apocalypse, a state with strict weapons control laws will find it harder to get weapons. Although I imagine if government collapses, there's going to be no one from stopping you from walking into your local pawn shop and buying brass knuckles, which happen to be illegal in California. Also, switchblades are illegal in California. And yeah, so even just seeing what it was made of, I pretty much knew that it looks like it could kill someone if it had to. Pretty badass weapon. So, it's also pretty light. I should probably train with it, worst case scenario, but the fact that I can hold it without it feeling that hard to hold is probably a good indication. It's like 12 inches and stuff, weighed like 16 or 18 ounces. Anywho, I honestly wasn't sure if I should make this video. I mean, opsec and all. The last thing you want to do is tell everyone that you own something like that, because then it ruins any element of surprise or anything like that in case of the apocalypse. But in all honesty, very few people, almost no one knows where I live, and as a result couldn't use that information. Even if they were in the same state as me, they would probably find it pretty hard to travel in the apocalypse. So I decided to make this video. I guess like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so. And I guess if this gets enough views, send it to Canadian Prepper so that he can respond to my response. And in the off chance that, I'm pretty sure that the weapon I have is not against the law, and I'm also pretty sure that the cops wouldn't care if I own this, because I don't think there's that much restrictions even on knives, and I'm pretty sure they would just consider a machete a different type of knife. So, pretty sure it's not illegal, but in the off chance that it is, I hope no one does anything with this video where I show it off. Okay, so here's the Machacha machete, and it comes with a lifetime guarantee in case the thing breaks or anything. So I guess, goodbye then.